Hello, everybody. It's Derek with Hi-Fi Resale Shop. It is Tuesday, the 27th, May 27th, after Memorial Day weekend. So, 3-day weekend of sales. Went pretty well for us here. We sold 26 items for a little over $500 worth of gross total profit. So let's look at what sold to see what sold for a profit on eBay. If you don't know, I am a majority clothing seller and a media seller on eBay. So I sell a lot of CDs. You'll see a bunch of CDs in this and a bunch of clothes that I sold in this. And then there's a outlier that will be the last one that I show you. Very interesting piece of pottery that sold, and it'll help you to be on the lookout for that item when you're out and about. And if you see it, pick it up. That's pretty cool. It was the big sale of the weekend. So we'll go all through the stuff that's sold. So the first thing that sold was this CD, Shades of Lace, R&B hip hop from 1990, and it sold for $7 plus shipping on top. And this came from the big CD buy that I made when I bought somebody's leftovers from a CD store that they closed. The next item that sold was this Old Navy, I think it is Old Navy gray swoop V-neck short sleeve tee, newer tags 2XL, and that sold for $8 plus shipping on top. The next thing that sold was another CD. This is new sealed Willie Nelson Super Hits. This sold for $3 plus shipping on top. Probably should have lumped this up in a lot with something else, but it's got On the Road Again. All my heroes have been Cowboys. Georgia on My Mind. Poncho and Lefty. Always on My Mind. City of New Orleans, which I think City of New Orleans is a great song, although it's not necessarily his. Somebody else wrote it. Let's see. The next item was a pink shirt. This pink Calvin Klein shirt is used. It's medium. It's got this little sheer sleeve part to it, and it sold for $12 plus shipping on top. The next item that's sold is this Express cold shoulder wine purple large blouse that sold for $4 plus shipping on top. Next thing that sold was another CD, Ex-Girlfriend R&B hip hop 1994, and this one sold for $12.80 plus shipping on top. The next thing that sold was a baseball card. Don't do that very often. This will go eBay standard envelope. This True Value 1983 White Sox Greg Luginski promo card. So there on the back you can see True Value. This raw card will go out for $4 plus shipping. It looks like there's 98 cents in shipping on it, so ship eBay standard envelope. The next item that sold was this CD $1 Million Quartet. This sold for $4 plus shipping on top. The next item that sold is this dress, New York and Company. This sold is a large, and it is ivory on top, black on the bottom, knee-length ruffle collar, dress new with tags. So it's got tags here. This sold for $14.99 plus shipping. The next item that sold was a men's shirt. The dress and the pink shirt came from an estate sale, which I like to call the McDonald's franchisee estate sale. And those items, those two items, one sold for $12, the other one sold for $15, and those had a cost of about $4 from that sale. This Nike Arkansas Razorback Big Red, I think his name is. That's the mascot. This 2XL. This was new with tags, and it's sold for $10 plus shipping on top. It's Nike. And this came out of a storage locker, which I did a video on. I don't know. Was that like an entire year ago or 2 years ago? It might have been a year ago. But the one unit, I remember somebody commented on my video, and they said it looks like hot garbage. Well, the boxes of clothes in there were a gold mine. They were all Nike, Nautica, there was some vintage like Vince Carter shirts in there and everything. I haven't sold the Vince Carter shirt yet, but there was a lot of Jordan stuff in there. I've sold a lot of it, and I think that those two lockers combined cost me $100, and I've made a lot. I think I made, just in garage sale type items, over several $100s and stuff, just by selling those shirts off in garage sales. The next item is this Perry Alice shirt. It's new with tags. It came out from old backstock, so I don't really know what cost on this, but this sold for $9.99 plus shipping on top. The next item that sold was this Hollister Sport Gray with orange neon, quarter zip front, XL shirt. It sold for $10 plus shipping on top. The next item is a skirt. This is White House Black Market. It's a size 12, and it is an A-line skirt with a little ruffle at the bottom, a little trumpet going out there on the bottom, and that sold for $10 plus shipping on top. Simple black skirts like that sell really well, and that also came out of the McDonald's unit, so there was a cost of $4 on that item. I grabbed a whole bunch of stuff and put it in a bin, and shot him a price. When I got home, I thought I had more than I had than was in the bin. So $4 is a good price. I should have got it for a little bit less, but it is what it is. We'll make do with what we paid for it. The next item is this Old Navy pair of like capri crop pants, shorts. They do go below the ankle, below the knee, so they're crop, size 10, medium, $10 plus shipping on top. The next item is a Chico shirt. This was an end and sell similar. These pants were end and sell similar. I looked at it. There were four or five things that were end and sell similar. So that is working as a strategy as we go through the clothes to end and sell similar them and adjust them because of the change in eBay's used clothing policy. This is a Chico's red round neck, short sleeve t-shirt, top blouse, Chico size 3. It does not have, and this may why it took so long to sell, it doesn't have like the corresponding size for a size 3, which I think might be extra large. That might help it sell. So $11.99 plus shipping on top for that. This one I took an offer on. It was low, but I just want to get it out. It's been around for a long time. So it's this Kinsey girl, purple, like blazer top. It's extra small, so bad. Extra small is just a bad size to keep. It's got to be pretty special if you're gonna keep extra smalls. So this sold for $3.50 plus shipping on top. So just want to get it out of the inventory and move it on to somebody else for right now. The next item that sold also has been in the inventory for a long time. It's this Kubi Sport black and pink racerback athletic bra. It's a new. It's got a tag here, and it's a 40D. So that's gone. That's $4 plus shipping on top. The next thing is a CD. Another R&B hip hop CD, Abstract. And this one, I don't know if you can see it up in the corner. It's got this little hole punch, and then the back, it's got a hole punch. You kind of got to be careful. You got to disclose that it's got this hole punch in it. People get really angry if you send it to them and it's got the hole in it and you didn't tell them. But this one, $6.99 plus shipping on top. The next item is a book. Live Long, Finish Strong. It's new. Divine Secret to Living Happy, Healthy, Happy, and Healed by Gloria Copeland. This sold for $4.99 plus shipping on top. The next item that's sold is this Bryn Walker blouse. It's medium white. New with tags, button shirt. This sold for $21.99. I think you can get this brand at Dillard's and Macy's and stuff like that. So a nice name brand. Also an end and sell similar. Lowered the price on it when I relisted it. The next item that sold was this. And then I'll cut the shrink wrap off of these. I can hear my children are home from school. They finished school last week. Kindergarten, first grade, and second grade. And now summer begins, and if you hear some loud bangs or something, that might be the kids, but they're being pretty quiet right now. It's been raining the last couple of days, so it's hard for them to get outside to do stuff. So you got Cage the Elephant, a lot of 2 CDs that sold. And these sold for $10 together, plus shipping on top. I'm trying to think. Cage the Elephant. Come a Little Closer, I think, is one of the good songs. Take It or Leave It. Yeah. But that's, they're a good band, indie rock pop band. The next item is another dress. It's a White House black market dress. Size 4, small, and sold similar recently. And this sold for $11.99 plus shipping. The next item to sell was another lot of 2 CDs. So I'll cut the shrink wrap off them. I shrink wrap them just so they stay together. I usually take it off to send when I send it out because I just shrink wrap them for my own personal thing. These 2 CoverGirl CDs, these sold as a lot, and this sold for $8.50 plus shipping on top. Then these sold this 1990 rookie traded set for Score, Fleer 1990 traded set, and the 1990 Topps traded set. These are from my collection when I collect the baseball cards. Although I don't think I've ever taken them out and looked at them. 2 of them are sealed, and then the Topps one is in the box. But the way they're in there, I don't think I've ever taken them out to look at them. So, just like they're sealed. Those 3 items sold for $14.50 plus shipping on top. And it's sad that they don't sell for very much because that's my childhood right there. But it is what it is. And we sold them, and they will disappear, and I will never really remember that they existed. So it is what it is. I mean, paid way more for that back in the day than we got for it. The next item that's sold is this vintage San Diego Chargers decal. It's a 3-inch round sticker decal, and that sold for $9.99 plus shipping on top. Okay, now we've come down to the last item. Let me make some room here. Push some stuff off to the side. Okay, this Walter Fleming Catawba Valley, North Carolina Southern Folk Art face jug / pitcher sold. It's 9 inches high, and this pitcher, and I'm gonna turn on another light. Maybe you get a better view of it. Okay, so this pitcher sold for $145 plus shipping on top. So you got the let's see here. You got the signature on the bottom, Walter Fleming. I think Walter P. Fleming, and then these tiles are made. These teeth are made from porcelain plates or something like that. Somebody said. And so these are really sought after. I use sell-through. I use sell-through numbers when I'm looking stuff up, but sometimes it doesn't tell the whole story. But in this case, it did. In this case, there were 10 listed and 15 sold in the last 3 months, so the 90 days on eBay. So that's well over 100% sell through on eBay. So you know it's going to sell. I think I listed it for 180 or something like that. Somebody offered 145. I took it right away. I don't need to realize the entire value of this. I may never get another one in my inventory, but I certainly will know that if I see one even for $50, that's definitely worth picking up. So I would check the comps if it was sitting in like a vintage booth somewhere or something like that for $50. I would check the comps on it, but suffice to say, I think that this would be a pickup even around $50 or $60 or $70, because you'll make $50 or $60 or $70 just on moving it on to the right person. So if you see these face jugs out in your travels, you want to check them out. There's several artists that did face jugs, so just keep an eye out for them. I don't know if Walter Fleming's are the highest priced ones or not. But, you know, if you see one, look into it. Check into it. It's ugly, but they're sought after. So that is a lesson on sell through. You know, like when you look up the stuff that's listed just from the search menu, and then you go down on the left hand navigation and you click on the solds, then you'll see what sold for what you're looking up in the last 90 days. So that's where you get your sell through stuff from. But that's about it. What was it? What did I say? It was 28 items or something like that. And I didn't list really great last week. 26 items. I did list last week, but I wasn't like some kind of robot last week listing a lot. I did some cookbooks. Let's see here. I did that would be 17 cookbooks last week on the 23rd, which was Friday. I did the cookbooks on Friday, and then I did my end and sell similars on Friday. I did about 30 of those. I did some. I started the cookbooks. On the 21st, which was Wednesday, and it looks like I did 5 of them, and I did some end and sell similar on Wednesday also, and that looks like I did 13, 14 end and sell similars. I listed some men's clothes on Wednesday and on Tuesday last week. So yeah. So I got some listing in last week. We will see. We'll play it by ear this week because I am parenting, not babysitting. I am parenting my children, watching them during the day. So we will see what kind of mischief they get into and what they allow me to work on during the day. But that's going to be it. If you have any comments, comment down below. If you've ever found any of this Walter Fleming or these face jugs, put a comment down below. I'd love to know about it and hear what you have to say about it. So like, comment, subscribe. Tell somebody you know about the channel so we can grow. And remember that Jesus loves you. God wants to have a relationship with you, even though you may think you're far from Him. He wants to have a relationship from you. And remember to always give yourself, when you find something like that face check, give yourself a high five. See you next time.